Hey guys, Dee here from my chaotic garden. I never posted a video last week because Trinity had her confirmation, so there was lots of hustle and bustle and working around that very special emotional day where she got confirmed and has accepted to continue her spiritual journey as a young adult. So super proud of her and her commitment to her faith, more important than religion in my opinion, but we won't go there. So it's a very, very blustery day today, and having worked inside some of the morning looking out at the trees in and around the garden, and we don't generally lose a lot of our leaves on most of our trees here. Most of our trees are kind of evergreen in the garden here. However, there are one or two that do lose their leaves, and it's quite nice to see that despite the lack of rain, some of them are sprouting new leaves. So that always warms my heart and makes me realize that spring is just around the corner. How gorgeous is that? What a treat. This is our little veranda fire pit, and it was on a bed of stones in like a flower pot thing, and we tried to move it the other day, sliding it along the ground, and the pot fell over and broke. So I had a pile of stones that I had to rehome and refurbish. So I decided that this space over here was going to become my new little patio for my little cafe table. I did mention in my last video that we had these bricks from my dad. Was a brick paver, and he left a lot of them here at the house, so I have to still get a couple more to finish off the border there. They are currently in a different location and I have to move something to get to them, so this is a half done project and it will be finished shortly. But there we go, we started filling up the middle section with those stones, and obviously as soon as we finish off the border we will get more stones and finish that off. Also used plastic bags just as a bit of a weed guard there. I know you shouldn't, but I don't want to necessarily pulling weeds out of there all the time, but for now it will work. And then the plan is to then get more peanut seeds to line the rest of to line the rest of the pathways. I also have then taken the little boxwoods that I had placed somewhere else in the garden, and I have put them here to complete this little boxwood fence. Needing lots of water. Look here, this hydrangea is budding up so nicely. That one in the corner I'm thinking of moving further down that way, but we'll be cautious and wait maybe for some more rain. Venus has dug a hole here, so that's why the fire pit has been temporarily placed here, but it's not going to stay there. So slowly this area is taking on a bit more structure and feeling a little more finished off. With spring just around the corner, I have realized that I need to start getting seeds going. Oh, just a quick one. I have planted the dahlia tubers that Ronwin gave me, a whole row of them along there, but look here. We still have these to home. They are huge. How gorgeous. So that's exciting. Don't know where I'm going to put them yet though, but my intention is for this bed to become a cut flower bed. So I have a row of those, apparently they're big red ones, that will go along there, and then I have some seeds that are kind of a mix of almost like a sunset, I want to say, also big ones that maybe I can plant another row in front of those and kind of go down in whatever else I plant here. I would love to be able to, excuse the noises in the background, love to be able to have some flowers to chop through the spring summer season, and make flower arrangements for inside and for family and friends. So I know that in the past I have not had much luck with my onions bulbing up, but I do have a couple of little small ones bulbing up here, but my understanding is that we have to wait for these to flop over for them to be ready, and we're not flopped over yet, so I'm hoping they'll still bulb up a little bit more. Oh, my garlic, I don't know, no bulbing happening there, but maybe spring, beginning of summer, something will happen there. And here I have beetroot, looking good. Peas, not so great there. And here's some kale that I got recently. Need some more water. I have watered for the last 2 days though. And here, parsnips looking good. This gorgeous. I thought it was a kohlrabi, but I've realized that it's actually a kale. Venus got in here the other day. Sorry, this is here to protect the garden bed from Venus, which isn't doing such a great job. She got in here the other day and dug this up. I think it's a cauliflower. I have a few rogue carrots going over there. Here is some pak choi, but look, it goes to seed so quickly, so that's disappointing. And here I think I have turnips and some new cauliflower growing there. The wind has dried up the garden beds hectically. Oh, look here, this is looking so nice, but look at that, bugs. We don't like bugs, get rid of them. It's looking so beautiful and has been for so long. I don't want to lose it. Bugs must be gone. Silly bugs. Okay, I'll come back and do that just now. And there we have some more broccoli and collies. And I have put that there for the bean plant to grow up, the ever-bearing bean plant, I believe. And then I chopped a few branches off the olive tree yesterday just to keep its structure nice and going up together, not shrouding everything around it. Some new little peppers growing in there, some more Venus protection, and some chives. Wow, it was so wet yesterday. I had such a nice deep soaking, but it's so dry with this wind. So I do need to start planting, seeding some seeds. So with the new growing season coming up, I started thinking about control and controlling the environment that I've been growing in. So, you know, I'm a bit of a chaotic gardener, and if I get to water, I get to water. If I get to the bugs, I get to the bugs, and I just kind of go with it and don't overstress. But I would like to kind of up my game and have a bit more of a controlled environment. And it got me thinking about people and relationships and humans, and how often so many of us need to be in control of certain environments, relationships, situations. It just made me think, so many people, like my garden is probably a reflection of me, more chilled, and well, like I would like to think I'm more chilled in the way that I deal with situations. But having said that, I'm sure that I have control issues in certain relationships and situations as well that other people would be able to identify. But I try not overthink and overstress little things. Never wanted to have a situation, a marriage or a situation where growing up I heard of people's marriages ending because lids weren't put on toothpaste and towels weren't hung up in just such a particular manner. While I realize that that really freaks some people out, it's never been something that has stressed me out, hence the chaos. But everybody is different, and in general people are in those situations of needing to control certain things, generally because they've been through something themselves, and that is how they have realized that they have to, that's the way they can survive. The only way they can survive is to have control over those environments or situations. So yeah, if I look at certain relationships and I see that somebody's more controlling than another person for something, I generally try to look at what has triggered that, to understand where they're coming from. I know for me, my biggest control thing is that I like to have 2 feet on the ground at all times, and whether that stems back to my childhood where I did horse riding and I was thrown from a horse, and that stuck with me, but like roller coasters and bungee jumping and just not being able to control the floor that I walk on really stresses me out. A few Christmases ago we did a road trip to Cape Town, and the whole family and some very close friends decided that they were bungee jumping off one of the bridges. Not a sausage. My daughter, 15 at the time, decided that she was really game for this and she was going to do it, and I think all the guys who were with us decided that they kind of had to by default because she was going to do it and she was feeling all brave about it. But nope, they said come on, do it with us, and I just was like, no, I know that I will feel physically ill and I will just be like, why on earth would I have done this to myself? I couldn't think of anything worse. So there's my control that I'm fully aware of. 2 feet on the ground at all times. But having said that, I know there are certain other situations where I like to feel in control. And as a mom, when your kids are growing up, you are like fully in control of everything, and it's easier for you to put their clothes on and feed them and do everything because you're in control of that situation and you can get things done quickly so that you can move on to the next thing. And I know that for me as a mom, that was a big thing for me, to have to let go and let my kids do things their way, which was not my way. And like I could feel the physical angst inside of me watching them and like knowing, oh, I can do this a different way and it can be much quicker and way more efficient. But you have to let go of that control sometimes so that your children can grow and learn and do things for themselves. And I think in all situations, while we need to be in control, and possibly I need to be more in control of a lot more situations, sometimes we need to learn to let go so that we can be our best selves as well. And so this growing season, I have decided that I need to be more in control of my environment and my growing situations. And that starts with labeling my seeds. I know I have before, and then I lose the labels, but I'm going to try and be more in control and not lose those labels. So I don't have the correct labeling system at the moment. I need either to get myself some ice cream sticks or something plastic that I can write on with a permanent marker that's not going to rub off. But for the time being, I have little pieces of cardboard that I'm going to write on, and I will change them out later this week. But for now, we will work with what we have and we will be more in control. So I have my little planting greenhouse thing here, a controlled environment hopefully, and we will put it under the lights inside. It has got some potting soil inside which needs to be dampened, and then I think I'm going to plant a different item in every row, from flowers to some vegetables. And having said that, I cannot find all my seeds. Need more control, clearly, but over there I do have a few flower seeds and vegetable seeds that I'm going to plant up. And again, this is going to be a more controlled environment to start in, because obviously I've realized that I need to get my planting situation going, and a controlled environment for now, because I don't always have the time by the time I get home and cook supper and everything to be out in the garden watering, because I don't want to be watering at night time in the cold weather. So here we have a bit of a controlled environment. So I have the trusty sprayer, and I'm just going to dampen Venus's. No, you see, Venus loves water, which makes my life very difficult. Nothing is ever easy with a Great Dane as a dog. So if you just wet your soil, I mean, ultimately the soil should have been wet before I put it into the little cells, but I actually filled these cells up last week. Okay, and then I am going to take a look at the seeds here. We have, okay, carrots need to be directly sown. Let's have that great for me. Peas. Oh, I should really directly sow those. See, these are all cold weather crops. I think I will directly sow those. Here are some echinacea. I would really like to try and sow those. These are Gomphrena. This is a pink version. I have beans from last season, which I'm going to sow in the cells, although they're very easily sown directly, but again, I'm going to control that. Cucumber, I'm going to plant some of those up. Some more pink Gomphrena. These are peas. And here is just a mix of zinnia seedlings. And I think Gomphrena all mixed together. So when it comes to spring, I think I will throw those into a bed, and they generally sprout quite nicely for me. But let me go and find my other seedlings. Nothing is sacred or safe with Poppet Dog around. She got hold of my little carrot, so hopefully she hasn't slobbered on the inside and there. Yeah. And now, menace. So, think of those. Anyway, gonna plant up some green beans, some yellow bush beans, and some purple bush beans. I had such a good harvest of beans last season, so I'd like to get going with that early and keep that succession sowing. And then these are the noodle beans, so I think I will grow some of those again. Kohlrabi didn't do anything for me. It's in the wrong one. I will try and grow some peppers. I haven't had too much luck in the past getting them to seed, but I will try. There's some lazy runner beans, so I might grow some of those as well. And some baby marrows. They come up really quickly and then they didn't do too much for me, so I think I need to fertilize them more. Again, control your environment. That's the motto of my year going forward, and I would like to grow some melons. And there is some watermelon there, but I don't think I'm going to start those just yet, but I will start some tomatoes. I would like my black crim tomato, and I will do a Rodade, not cherry, the yellow pear. I have self-seeding all over the garden, but some red cherry sweeties I think I will do again. And then butternut, grows very prolifically for me. I really have a good season every year so far, so I will try those. And here I have some wing beans from Thailand, so that'll be nice to try. And I would like to get the cucumbers going. Yep. There's some nice cucumbers also from Thailand. So I have started beans. I will do some pink camphrina, some cucamelon, and some echinacea. And then I think I will do noodle beans. These are saved from last season. I'm actually going to put 2 in each cell. Just for good measure. Just in case. Be a little bit too cozy in there. I really love growing these, and they were gifted to me by Rowan. Right. Then okay, I will be changing this labeling system. For now, that'll work. Here we have cucamelon seeds. I believe they're perennial and it should just come back, but just in case. So tiny. So don't bury them too deeply. They will take. But again, I'm going to put at least 2 in each cell. Save these from the ones I grew last year. So hopefully they work. A bit of tissue attached to them. I don't know if that makes them less viable or more viable. Anyway, we shall see. And hopefully the others come back too. And I had a tag. Cucamelon. They are just so cute. I love the taste and the pop in your mouth as you bite into them. Oh, love it. Fan of cucamelon. There we go. 2 controlled environments here. How exciting. Then let us do this cucumber. ride that these all take. Here comes the pain. Shall go inside under the dining room table light, and hopefully that controlled environment works for us. We will just wait and see. Definitely no promises that the chaos is going away anytime soon. It works for me, and as I said, I try not to sweat the little things, because life is full of disasters and hiccups and mountains and hills that you have to climb, and you never know when you're going to be faced with a difficult situation or a change in your routine. So you do have to adapt and flow, go with the flow. But you also do need to put systems in place that actually work to make things successful. So it's a little bit of a balance that we need to reach. Try and not be over controlling if you are a control freak. Let go a little bit and just enjoy the process sometimes. So here's hoping that all my seeds take. I will keep you updated. And so that is going to be it for today. If you want to see what happens to my controlled environment, do follow along and subscribe. And if not, just thank you for spending time with me anyway. I hope you have a wonderful week, and that all your dreams come true, and that you make wonderful memories, you laugh, and just enjoy the lives that you do have. Be grateful for what you've got. And until next week, have a wonderful week. Bye.